And now it is the 16th of November, Dr. Ezekwe's 56th birthday and the day of his installation as Governor General of Nigeria and Commander-in-Chief of her armed forces. Chief Awolowo is among the many who have come from all parts of the Federation to honor Zeke on this day of days. There's Alhaji Sir Amadou Bello, Sardauna of Sokoto. Premiers, federal ministers, and high government officials come to take their places in the specially constructed pavilion. At each arrival, a thrill stirs the crowd, for these are the men who now control the destiny of Nigeria. There is, of course, a particular welcome for Alhaji Sir Abubakar, to whom, in his office as Prime Minister, fell the responsibility of recommending to Her Majesty the Queen the appointment of Dr. Ezekwe. The next to arrive is Sir Adetokunbo Ademola, Lord Chief Justice of the Federation, who will administer the oath of allegiance. And as the cries of "Zeke, Zeke" ring around Tafawa Balewa Square, the man himself arrives. At the steps of the pavilion stand the Prime Minister and the Lord Chief Justice, symbolizing the people and the law, on what is surely one of the most important occasions in the history of the country. Dr. Ezekwe, the man who is in the forefront of Nigeria's march to independence, has seen his dreams come true. Now he is to receive a just and perhaps once unexpected reward for his labors. The vast crowds which fill the stands are hushed. The ceremony is about to begin, and the Chief Registrar of the Federal Supreme Court reads the commission under the royal sign, manual, and signet, to which Her Majesty's signature is subscribed.
We do by this our commission, under sign, manual, and signet, appoint you, the said Nnamdi Ezekwe, to be during our pleasure our Governor General and Commander-in-Chief of the Federation of Nigeria, with all the powers, rights, privileges appertaining.
The oath of allegiance follows.
I, Nnamdi Ezekwe, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors, according to law. So help me God. I, Nnamdi Ezekwe, do swear that I will well and truly serve Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors, in the office of Governor General of the Federation of Nigeria. So help me God.
By this simple ceremony, Dr. Ezekwe takes his place as the honored successor of the many distinguished men who have held this high office. He is now His Excellency the Governor General. But to the people of Nigeria, he will always be Zeke, the man who fought for freedom, the man who never deviated from the goal he had set himself, the peaceful achievement of independence. He moves to the steps of the pavilion to see his own personal standard broken for the first time. he is invited to inspect units of the armed forces and the Nigeria police units, of which he is now Commander-in-Chief. It is on this day, too, that he hears of yet another honor, his appointment to the Privy Council by Her Majesty the Queen. The inspection over, he returns to the dais to deliver his inaugural address. He calls it Respect for Human Dignity, and in it are revealed all the compassion, all the dogged resolution which have made him the popular symbol of Nigeria's new status in the world. It is delivered with all the force of great oratory, in the manner which everybody expects of him.
It is with humility, mingled with joy, that I thank this grand concourse of patriots and friends of Nigeria for congregating here today on the occasion of my inauguration as the first African Governor General and Commander-in-Chief of the Federation of Nigeria. I was appointed to this post of high honor by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II on the advice of the Prime Minister of Nigeria to succeed my predecessor in office, that accomplished colonial administrator, Sir James Robertson, GCMG, GCVO, KBE. This mighty audience comprises of eminent men and women drawn from all the regions of Nigeria and different parts of Africa, the United Kingdom, and the United States of America. We have in this august assemblage representatives of heads of states and governments, paramount rulers and chieftains, statesmen and politicians, nationalists and freedom fighters, university administrators and professors, trade union leaders and ex-servicemen, local government heads and civil servants, molders of public opinion, in addition to professional men and women, in different walks of life, including a select group of invitees who represent various organizations which are interested in Africa and in the orderly progress of our country towards national autonomy. Whilst it is a fact that the Commonwealth is a voluntary association which is loose, flexible, and adaptable, and its members value it for its varied variety and multiplicity of outlook, its member governments sometimes acting in unison, sometimes separately, but always freely exchanging views and information, and always adding something to a common pool of mutual understanding. Nevertheless, Nigerians cannot be expected to be supine when such a basic human right as respect for human dignity is violated with impunity in any part of the Commonwealth or in any part of the world. The challenge of Nigeria as a free state in 20th century Africa is the need to revive the stature of man in Africa and restore the dignity of man in the world. Nigerians believe passionately in the fundamental human rights. We regard all races of the human family as equal. Under no circumstance shall we accept the idea that the black race is inferior to any other race. I call upon Alhaji Ahmadu Bello, the Sultan of Sokoto, to join us in this Herculean task of national reconstruction. I exhort Chief Obafemi Awolowo to associate with us, in this great adventure of restoring the dignity of man in the world. There are many leaders who can give active support and assistance to a nation at its supreme hour of need. Chief Samuel Ladoke Akintola, Dr. Michael Ihanukara Okpara, and Samuel Grace Ikoku, and then Chief Dennis Chukwude Osarebe, Malam Aminu Kanu, Malam Ibrahim Imam, and J.S. Taka of northern Nigeria, and countless others. I appeal to all our leaders, far and near, to forget the wounds which were inflicted in cause of our internecine altercations. The love of our country should outweigh the love of our petty selves. The enjoyment of individual freedom under the law should mean more to us than our self-centered party programs and manifestos. Common dangers and common enemies alert us on the need for common security. The British came here in 1851, and found us hopelessly divided in tribal compartments. When Britain transferred power to us on 1st October 1960, we were no longer an expression of geography, but a reality of history. During all our years of political vassalage, we became socially and economically integrated. We have also developed an identity of interest, and we have crystallized common nationality. The process of political integration reached its zenith at midnight on 30th September 1960, when we lastly sang our national anthem and our national flag was hoisted aloft to signal the birth of a new nation. Come and join Abubakar with me, Sardauna, Awolowo, Akintola, Osarebe, Okpara, Ikoku, Aminu Kano, Ibrahim Imam, and Taka. Let us bind the nation's wound, and let us heal the breaches of the past, so that in forging our nation, there shall emerge on this continent a hate-free, fear-free, and greed-free people who shall be in the vanguard of a world task force whose assignment is not only to revive the stature of man in Africa, but to restore the dignity of man in the world. The independence of Nigeria was doggedly fought and dearly won. During our protracted battles, some of our heroes and heroines fell by the wayside. Some went the way of all flesh. Some paid with their lives. Some were incarcerated. Some lost their jobs. Some sacrificed their fortunes. Some were ostracized, while some were victimized and made to suffer indignity because they dared to demand freedom for Nigeria in our lifetime. Therefore, we must jealously guard our freedom with our lives if need be. I have made up my mind to do all that lies in my power, so that our newly won freedom shall endure. All that remains for us to do now is for our leaders and their followers to demonstrate that spiritual resilience which had enabled us to survive the onslaught of the past. With faith in the eventual success of our adventure in the Committee of Nations, we can look forward to the morrow with hope and charity for our fellow man, knowing that the task has been well done and that prospects of a future are bright.
The inaugural speech had made a deep impression on all who heard it by its simple, straightforward appeal. The occasion ends with a march past by the Army, the Navy, and the police. Next day, the ceremonies at Tafawa Balewa Square were to be reported in great detail by the world's press. For the second time in less than 2 months, Nigeria is in the news. And this time, all the attention is focused on the Queen's personal representative in the Federation, His Excellency, the Governor-General.